Now I request Swamiji to address the group and launch our logo and bless us with Ashirvachana. Over to you, Swamiji.
Okay, thank you. I think all of you can hear me.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, Swamiji.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very happy to be here today evening. That too, when I saw Praveen D. Rao also attending the program. More a personal meeting rather than any stage performance. So I can share. At first, I thank Shrikanteshwar being the leader of this educator guru and to launch this logo on this Wednesday today. And happy to see our relationship as a volunteer and my good advisor. He helped me to learn tabla, of course, which has helped me a lot to lead bhajans in so many ways. My loving namaskars to Praveen D. Rao and my loving namaskars to the leader of the occasion, Sri Dr. Shrikanteshwar. My loving namaskars to Dr. Nandakumar and of course to Dr. Sadhana and to all the young members of Educator Guru. You see, education is taking a new turn in this 21st century. Of course, I heard from Shrikanteshwar that so many professors, teachers are also hearing this lectures today. After this new education policy, NEP 2020, this education is taking a new turn in this 21st century. Education, of course, knowledge is power, and we should be we need a very, very high caliber teachers and parents for this young generation. This young generation has got lot of problem with attention deficiency disorder, ADD, and then they have a gadget addiction, where in NIMHANS they have started a new cell called De-Addiction Center for de-addiction for gadgets, use of mobile, use of Twitter, use of Facebook. And in this present situation, the central government has brought a new education policy last time, which I was going through, to have a fair, not a very good wide knowledge, but of course, to have a fair knowledge of the new education system. I was going through the new principles that are adopted in this NEP 2020. They have given so many exit points in the degree courses with 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, etc. And I thought they can choose their training or their subject at class 6. That is the option given. Even if you ask a second PUC boy who is going to write an examination, what are you going to do tomorrow? He says, I don't know. I have to ask the parents. I have to ask the teachers. That is the condition of the present students. But of course, in NEP 2020, they have given option at the class 6 itself. With such a wonderful opportunities given to the students, the teachers should be aware and prepared to develop such students for the future of our country. That's why I feel this educator guru, catering education and being a guru, educator guru, will supply the gap which the education institutions are unable to provide. Actually, Swami Vivekananda, when he comes to India with 4 years of his Western tour and preaching religion there, in many of the places, many of his lectures in India, very often, in many of his lectures, he says there are 4 important dana that one has to do. The first dana is the anna dana, the distribution of food. That is, he gives the first place for that. And the second step, after Annadana, you have to come to the dana, that is Gnana Dana, education. Of course, it has got a wider meaning than simply meaning education. Of course, especially in English, the education has got a very limited meaning. In Sanskrit, when you say Gnana, it leads to the Upanishad Atma Gnana also, of course. Anyhow, then second place he gives is the education of, and the third place is Dana, which Dana? Jiva Dana, life giving, and of the spiritual knowledge with Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, Ramana. So I feel this educator guru, I lightly translate it to this, our terminology, Gnana Dana Guru. Eju means Gnana. This catering in this modern usage, catering. So in place of catering, I like to put Dana. Gnana Dana. Guru, of course, is a Sanskrit term. I can use it. So Gnana Dana Guru is what Srikanteshwar sir is going to do today through this launching of a program and of course through this YouTube talk. Just I think 2 or 3 years, I had gone to northern states to address few seminars and to have workshops for the teachers. So during the talk, it was my talk first was arranged, and in the second course, many of the other professors also shared their views after the program. In the course of the program, one of the teachers narrated his experience, which I liked very much. Of course, it looks so simple, but it has got a wonderful experience happened in Bagalkot, Northern Karnataka, Anganwadi Shale, Anganwadi school. Anganwadi is generally here you call pre-nursery, nursery, Montessori, nursery, first standard, middle school, high school. In Northern Karnataka, you don't have much Anganwadi in Bangalore, you don't need it. But there in Northern Karnataka, Anganwadi schools are very famous. Till age 6, they go to Anganwadi, then they come to nursery. So in one Anganwadi school, a boy finished his school. It will be hardly 3 or 4 hours, not much. Then mainly they will be allowed to play, given few stotras, asked to chant something, and the story will be narrated. So, finishing his schooling, the boy came to the house. Of course, his mother went to the school, brought the boy, and this particular child always likes sweets, particularly in Kannada we call Rave Unde. So that boy likes that. So mother, out of her love, had prepared that Rave Unde in her house, waiting for the boy to come to home. And she took him to the kitchen, asked the boy to sit, and gave one Rave Unde to the boy. The boy took that Rave Unde and kept it in palm, was staring at it for a few minutes, gave it back to the mother and said, "Mother, are you giving me poison?" and ran away to play. Then the mother was shell-shocked to hear the word, her own son telling her that, "Are you giving me poison?" She could not understand a bit. Then totally confused, she thought, I will go to, generally children of that age, the moment a sweet is given, either a chocolate or any sweet, that very moment they first eat it, then ask questions. But this boy first told the mother, gave back and went away. Then next day, she accompanied the boy to the school and went to the teacher. Generally, all Anganwadi teachers will be a lady teachers, mothers. So she went to the particular teacher who teaches this boy, this class. Then she asked, "Dear teacher, what is that you told yesterday? Or was there any conversation in the classroom? Or did my child learn something bad from the other children?" She went inquiring. The teacher could not answer properly. Then after a great, remembering her previous day's class, then finally she told, "Dear mother, while leaving the children, just to have them by heart a few sentences, just like we go to schools and ask the boys or girls to repeat Swami Vivekananda's sentences like strength is life, weakness is death, Shakti is Jivana, Dorbalyave Marana. In the same manner, this particular teacher, what she did, she asked the boys or girls to repeat one particular sentence. The sentence is in Kannada. I will repeat in Kannada only. Kottu tinnuvudu amrita. ತಾನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ತಿನ್ನುವುದು ವಿಷ. ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಿನ್ನುವುದು ಅಮೃತ, ತಾನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ತಿನ್ನುವುದು ವಿಷ. That you eat after distribution becomes nectar. You eat yourself becomes poison. In Bhagavad Gita also, with the concept of yagna, this is very elaborately discussed in a philosophical term that we call yagna. What is yagna? There are 5 types of yagna that described: Rushi yagna, Pitri yagna. So many things comes in our Bhagavad Gita also. Anyhow, we will stick to this particular example now. So she has asked the boys to repeat this. So the moment the boy came to the home and saw that Ravevunde, and seeing that there are no his neighbors, none of his friends, that boy gave back the Ravevunde to the mother and ran away. And the next day, this mother prepared Ravevunde for all the boys of that particular school, took the boy, asked the boy to distribute to every child or the children or the boy, and made this child to sit in the center and eat among all the boys. That's why Swamiji says, so long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, so long as millions in the whole world live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated at their expense, pays not the least heed to them. So, you see, when the tree grows, it grows through a seed. Swamiji says, we cannot dictate growth to a seed. The growth is itself, it is hidden within. The growth is hidden. But to grow, the tree needs sunlight, water, manure, a free space, initially a fencing. In the same sense, though the world cannot dictate growth to every individual on this earth, but we take so many things from the society, like water, the education, the academics, so our parents, the money, the facility given by the government. So we are educated at the cost of the society. And once the man stands on his feet, and in return, if he does not give it back to society, then Swamiji says he is a traitor. Taskara in Sanskrit, hypocrite. So I think the educator guru, Gnana Dana Guru, my terminology to your educator guru, Gnana Dana Guru, caters to this need where Sri Srikanteshwar sir has completed his principalship and now being retired, and with the service of more than their generation, by sharing his which Swamiji expected and said, the Gnana Dana. That's why I remember one of my talks, I attended a few of the seminars and talks. In one of the talks, they were narrating an incident which happened in Delhi, wherein Mr. Linus Pauling had come to Delhi. Linus Pauling, you might be knowing, many of the professors may be knowing. He took 2 Nobel Prize, one for chemistry and one for peace. It's a famous chemist. He took 2 Nobel Prizes. He had visited Delhi, and he was being interviewed by Vikram Sarabhai in Vignan Bhavan in Delhi. In the morning, this Linus Pauling had visited many of the education institutions, in particularly in Delhi. After finishing all these visits, evening this program was arranged. Vikram Sarabhai was interviewing Mr. Linus Pauling, and the question was asked among the many. One of the important questions that was asked by Mr. Sarabhai was, "Sir, what is your opinion with respect to our education institution that you visited today in the morning?" Then Linus Pauling, it was not, Vikram Sarabhai should have not asked that question. But unfortunately, he asked that question. In answer to that, Linus Pauling told, "I visited your institutions. I gave first marks to the buildings. And second, in the second place, I keep your library. Wonderful library, but not up to the mark. And I keep the third place to all the teachers that are going to teach in those institutions. First comes building, second comes the library, third place goes to teachers." Vikram Sarabhai asked, "Sir, why so?" Then he said, "In all the institutions apart from the laboratories, I visited all the libraries and inquired the librarian, what are all the new books that you have added to your library, modern books pertain to all the particular subjects, physics, chemistry, mathematics, zoology, botany, algebra, arithmetic, whatever you say, calculus, integration, etc., is structural engineering, everything." Then he told, he gave all the books that were added newly to the library. Then he saw the last page where the issue will be there, earmarked. How many of the books that are being read by the teachers? Very rarely, few teachers took the new books that were added to the library, and he said, many teachers are not updating their knowledge. Though they are teaching in the regular pattern set with CBSE, ICSE, or NCERT portions, but rarely these teachers are updating the knowledge. It should be, the first thing should be, the teachers should take those books, read it, make a notes, and then students should take it. Finding this, he said, teachers, you have third place teachers in these institutions. So what does it mean? The teachers, irrespective of the field, the teacher may be a medical teacher, the teacher may be a music teacher, the teacher may be a philosophical teacher, the teacher may be a monk, the teacher may be from any of the academics. Every day, if he does not update his knowledge, then he is not considered a teacher in two terms. That's why Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, fortunately, Sri Srikanteshwar sir quoted one of the saying of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in his keynote address. So Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, as long I live, so long do I learn. Jato din bachi, tato din sikchi in Bengali. So long I live, though he is an enlightened person, we say a perfect man. Darshaman Purusha, like Sri Ramachandra. Though perfect, he says, I learn every day. I learn till I leave. So, when I was attending one lecture in Chennai, in Mysore, Apollo director was invited. He also insisted this point and said, a doctor, if he does not update his knowledge with all the modern research that is going on in the medical field, I don't consider him as a doctor. In the same way, I feel this educator guru, in the first place, take the place of Jnanadana and avoid being a traitor in the sense of Swami Vivekananda. And in the second place, it should cater to the modern need of lack of knowledge that has been lacking in the education system. with a very good teacher backup. And in the third place, giving an example for the younger generation, for all the professors to follow what they should do once they get retired from their profession, utilizing their one time, because man has got infinite time and infinite energy. How to utilize this time and energy? This educated Guru, under the leadership of Sri Srikanteshwara Sir, is being an ideal for all the younger generation and his colleagues and to the future professors. With these words, Srikanteshwara Sir today morning he had come and he requested me to address in English rather than Kannada. And he also told it will be better if you can share your idea for 10 minutes. I have taken more than 11 to 12 minutes now. With these few words and my loving namaskars to all who are gathered here, I conclude, and with prayers and best wishes for this educator Guru, let young generation with good knowledge come and lead this country without any cynical attitude. And if somebody criticizes my country, definitely I am going to beat them. This is my word. Kannadadalli ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಹೊಡೆದೇ ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ ಬಂದು. Nobody criticizes my country. This country I know. Being a monk, I have traveled in Himalayas, I have traveled in Narmada on Bhiksha. I know people, though they starve, they give Bhiksha to this cloth. I have seen such men. Even Muslims, don't bifurcate with religion, please. There is no religion with respect to renunciation. I have seen Muslims giving Bhiksha. They have invited, they have shared so many things. So such wonderful country with a dana. So with such attitude and idea, along with academics of course we do, but along with academics, to give, to share, to enjoy in sharing, that happiness we have to educate. Through educator Guru, this will be fulfilled, and with prayers to Almighty and Sri Ram Krishna, I conclude all best wishes, prayers. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Guruji. Thanks to the enlightening words of Swamiji. Gnana Dana Guru, it is such a wonderful word, and it is like we got the Ankita today from you, Swamiji. I now repent if our team had approached you before, we would have taken this good name. I'm sure we will use this in our spiritual lectures coming forward. Now we are officially launching the logo with the blessings of Swamiji. I request all of you to switch off your videos for better streaming.